Greetings and welcome to Mind Engineering Week 4. This is a quick tapping instruction, and you'll be able to use this technique in pretty much any situation. Okay, so you're going to be feeling all sorts of different things. Your life is in transition. You are shifting from one form of consciousness, beliefs, and behaviors, emotions, and you are learning now to better control your thoughts, your emotions, and your behavior. And as you allow more of your soul, your higher, divine, your true, your authentic self, your soul, you'll hear me say it in that way probably a billion times by now. You get it. I mean soul. Sending you lots of love and light. So this technique allows you to shift your brain when you feel out of control or overwhelmed, or you've been in a thought pattern or an emotional pattern too long. Because all the work that we're doing is actually clearing, erasing, erratifying, deleting the things that have been long held. But the thing is that those patterns are ingrained. It's like if you walk a path, or if you've ever seen a path through the mountains or on a trail, or maybe you've seen how the river kind of gets carved, or maybe you've seen the Grand Canyon. So what happens is in the brain, because we've had these thoughts, beliefs, and these emotional responses for so long, they create caveats of engineering through the wiring of your brain. So while you're learning that now we've shifted from one direction here to the other direction here, EFT tapping does a host of things. And so this is not a training on tapping, okay? What this is a quick technique. I do workshops all the time on EFT tapping. You're more than welcome to participate in those. Those are based on donation of what you can afford, so they're not exorbitant, but they do teach a deeper understanding of EFT tapping. I do highly recommend it for you and anyone else, because even if someone hasn't gone through mind engineering consciousness, they will definitely benefit in multiple ways. And you'll see that by the myriad of different workshops that I do on EFT tapping. So the first thing we want to do is create a setup statement. And the setup statement is in regards to however you might be feeling. Because remember, first off, thoughts and feelings come first. And sometimes, depending on the situation, it may just be a feeling, because it's been something that has been there for so long. You don't have to think about it. The body, you just respond to the emotions. It's a trigger, right? Someone may disrespect you, or maybe, you feel like you need to be defensive, and those things will just automatically click right into a behavior, right? Or a sensation and feeling. So you want to use, and like I said, in the EFT tapping workshops, I go into detail. But what you want to do is start tapping right away. You want to set up your statement. And while you're setting up your statement, you can just begin tapping. And already before you say the words, it's already working. This is considered the karate chop, this area in here. You can use 2 fingers, 1 finger. I do 1. And left or right, it doesn't matter, whichever, is best for you. But you want to start tapping. And while you're tapping and you're feeling what you're feeling, I want you to rate yourself from 1 to 10. How, serious the emotion is to you. Okay. So your setup statement should be that even though I'm feeling depressed about, let's just say, for example, I haven't lost the weight that I wanted to lose, or my financial situation isn't what I want it to be right now. I feel depressed or stressed or angry or frustrated about your statement, right? And whatever that statement is, you want to say, even though, and you can say it in whatever way makes you feel comfortable, but your setup statement should sound something like this. Even though I blank, whatever the feeling is, even though I feel a little scared, about making a big life decision. I'm just using myself for example. About making a big life decision. I trust myself totally and completely. Okay. And then we're going to move to the next place. Now, a lot of people do a lot of things differently, and there's no right or wrong. So, there's no right or wrong. Now, I go by intuition and my guides. So, I go straight to the vision. Third eye is next. Because it gives you a pause to close your eyes, right? Right here. So most of the time my guides will lead me right here because then I can kind of close my eyes. And even though I'm making a big decision about the nature and the direction of my life and my path, I am confident and hopeful, trusting in myself totally and completely. The next step. So right along the sides, edges where you can feel your eyeball bone. I have really high cheekbones, so I have to kind of feel around. And so right on the side, maybe right where the corners of your eyes should meet, but not on your temple. So right about the bone area. And I keep my eyes closed during this portion, okay? Although this is a scary step for me to make, and the feelings of anxiety, worry, and fear about my future. You see how I expanded the statement? I'm starting to feel what I'm feeling, right? I trust myself totally and completely to make the right decision. Then we're going to go right underneath the eye. And again, I have big, I have high cheekbones, so it always looks like I have bags under my eyes when I look at myself. Okay, we don't go playing. So, because my cheekbones are so high. And so you want to press in right underneath where the pupil of your eyes would be, right? And you can do 2 fingers. Whatever makes you feel comfortable. I just use one. And I keep my eyes closed. And this gives me like a meditation moment and a pause. And I remember here, here, and here, my breathing. Even though I have this big decision, I give myself permission to let go of fear, worry, and stress about tomorrow. And I welcome in the present moment because I trust myself totally and completely. Now, if you're still feeling your feelings about whatever you're feeling, you want to stay in your feelings, but that is how I feel. Okay. All right, and then we're going to go to the next one. This little divot right underneath your nose. If you point your finger up to your nose, you want to tap right in between the nose and the lip. Right there, that little area right there. Even though I don't know the outcome, I believe that everything always works out to my best and highest good for everyone involved. And I trust myself totally and completely. I know I change it up because that's how I really feel. And by the way, I don't really have any stress, but I got some decisions to make in life. So why not tap? Even though I feel a little worry, fear, and anxiety about my future finances, I trust myself totally and completely. So we want to tap right in that section of the chin where it meets, maybe you can feel some bone in there. And there's some people have a divot here, but you want to come out just right in the middle. Okay, sorry. Okay. The next point, see that little divot? There's a little divot in your collarbone. It's right in there. So you want to go out about an inch. Now, some places and people will tell you to tap just one. I'm going to recommend that you tap two, both sides, for equilibrium, right? Because we went one, then two, 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 then one and one, right? So now we're going to do two. I am feeling safe and secure about my choices, and I speak forth all abundance into my life in this present moment of now. And I am grateful for all that I have and all that I am, and I trust myself totally and completely. That's how quickly it shifted me to that statement. Now I'm going to go down to some pain. So right wherever you were, about 1 inch out, okay? Right below that, right at the top of your pectoral muscles for men and women, you want to tap here. This is going to open up. And some of you may or may not feel sensations in your body. I love the life that I am creating for myself, and I trust myself totally and completely. Now, if this one isn't enough, you might want to tap right in there on the sternum where the heart chakra is. Because by now, you should be deep into the truth of your emotions, whatever they are, however you are really feeling. Because the tapping is going to bring that out. It's also going to it's either going to dissipate right away and allow you to go deeper into the emotions, right? Or it can heighten the current emotions that you're feeling right from the onset. And that's okay. You want to tap through it. And if you get right here and you're still very high in the tens and you haven't started coming down, then when you go from here, then instead of tapping at your sternum, I want you to stroke down and keep stroking down. Okay. And some people might feel an ease. You can feel the energy shifting. It could be rough on the skin. It could be painful here. This just means that you still have a lot of heartbreak that we're working on and healing through. Old painful memories, deep wounded heart chakra. So you want to just keep rubbing here. Okay. All right. So after we've done the collar and your upper pectoral muscles here, okay. Now we are going to shift to the underarm. And what I tell the ladies is right where your bra strap, the top of your bra strap is. Okay, that area. Now, if you can't reach around, just give yourself a great big hug type thing. So we want to tap right here, okay? I bring my body, mind, soul, and spirit into complete alignment as I make healthy choices for my life. And I accept myself totally and completely. And then you want to go right up to the top, center of your head, your crown, okay? And do the same thing. Now, it's going to take you at least 3 to 5 rounds of this. Now, I better explain what each point is in each counterpoint. And there's more counterpoints, and these are just the ones that I want you to focus on right now. There's other ones, and they do different things, and each thing that I just showed you does have a space in the body that adjusts the chakra, your organs, and where it aligns in your brain. These are basic core ones. I added a few just so that for heightened emotions and feelings, you'll be able to move through those rather quickly. You want 3 or 4 rounds of that. 3 to 5, rounds of that until you are, at least, if you start off at a 10, you want to end up at least, at a 3 or 4. Okay. So I want to thank you. Hold on to this video. And again, if you want to attend any of the workshops, check the calendar events on the website. I do I do one a quarter, a different EFT tapping technique for specific things. Again, because there's so many points to tap. And also you'll go into a bigger detail of what that is. So thank you. And I can't wait to see you at the next session. Peace and blessings. Lots of Reiki coming at you right now.